Think about the words we use every day. Simple words, but they hold power. Love, hate, fear. These aren't just concepts. They are true forces. Witchcraft understands this. It's about harnessing energy and directing it. Language does the same thing. Ever notice how certain phrases get stuck in your head? Advertising jingles, political slogans. That's not by accident. Someone designed those words to influence you. It's like a spell being cast. Subtle, right? You don't see a witch in a pointy hat, but the effect is still there. Words have weight. They shape our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions. They can uplift us or hold us down. This is why propaganda is so effective. It bypasses logic. It goes straight for the gut, straight for the subconscious. We think we're in control, making our own choices, but what if we're not? What if our thoughts, our desires are being manipulated outside of our control because we take the problem for granted by forces we don't even understand? That's the scary part. We're swimming in a sea of information, of language, and most of us are oblivious to the currents. We can't see the devastating implications because we are immersed in it. Consider the medical system. The words used by doctors and nurses can heal or harm. They can instill hope or fear. Symbolism and potions in witchcraft are like the rituals and prescriptions in medicine. Both are designed to channel energy and intention. The odds of all this not being a result of witchcraft are astounding. It's as if the universe itself is casting a spell. We are all part of this intricate web. Whether we realize it or not, we are influenced by forces beyond our comprehension. Lawyers, they love their contracts, right? Pages and pages of fine print. Most people just sign on the dotted line. But what are they really agreeing to? What's buried in all that legal jargon? It's more than just boring details. It's about creating binding agreements. And the symbols used in these documents, they have a history, a connection to older, more esoteric practices. Take the phrase seal and deliver. Sounds official, right? But it has roots in ritual magic. The seal representing a sigil, a symbol imbued with power. The delivery, that's the activation. The moment the spell, or in this case, the contract, takes effect. Coincidence? Maybe. But when you start to see these patterns everywhere, it makes you wonder. And the language itself, it's intentionally obfuscatory, difficult to understand. That's not an accident. It's about maintaining power, keeping the average person in the dark, because knowledge is power. And the more complex the system, the easier it is to control. Advertising, it's everywhere. Billboards, TV commercials, social media feeds. We're bombarded with messages, most of them designed to sell us something. But it's more than just products, isn't it? They're selling us lifestyles, aspirations, and they're using every trick in the book to do it, including techniques borrowed from the occult. Think about subliminal messaging, hidden images or words flashed quickly on the screen. Our conscious mind doesn't register them, but our subconscious does, and that's where the magic happens. They plant a seed, a desire for a product, a brand, a way of life, and we don't even realize we're being influenced. Sex sells, right? That's not a new concept. But the way it's being used in advertising today is different. It's more overt, more in your face, and it's working. We're becoming desensitized to it. And that's the goal, to break down our defenses, to make us more susceptible to suggestion. So, what's the probability that all of this is just coincidence? That the symbols, the language, the techniques used in everything from law to advertising are just random occurrences? When these words and parts of the words are fed into artificial intelligence, we find that the odds of them being coincidence is 1.5 billion to 1. When you start to connect the dots, a much different picture emerges. This existence we were born into is an intentional but subtle prison of mind created through word manipulation. A picture of subtle yet pervasive influence. We like to think we're rational beings, that we make decisions based on logic and reason, but the truth is we're easily manipulated. Our emotions, our desires can be hijacked, and they often are, by forces we don't even see coming because they have been preloaded deep within our subconscious. This isn't about pointing fingers or accusing anyone of being a witch. It's about awareness. It's about understanding the tools and techniques being used to influence us. Once we see them, we can start to protect ourselves. We can start to make more conscious choices. We can break the spells and free ourselves from the grip of spell crafting if we all come together and recognize the problem